What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Jake Shavink here, and it's been a pleasant surprise to see the play of Rasheed Walker take a step up so far this preseason. He's getting snaps at left tackle and right tackle and succeeding on both sides of the offensive line. He even got some run with the ones against the New England Patriots. So we're going to go through the film of these first two preseason games, look at Walker's game, what's improved, and kind of talk outlook for him at the end. So off to the film room. Let's look at Rasheed Walker. All right, guys, so we're going to the film room, taking a look at the first couple games of Rasheed Walker preseason here. So against the Bengals, obviously played left and right tackle. Majority of these reps are going to be from left tackle, but got some good reps here against Joseph Ossai, who the Bengals have gotten on the field plenty in his career so far, especially on third downs to get after the quarterback from multiple alignments. Here he's traditionally on the edge. He's a smaller guy, so what you see from Walker here is a really clean set, really nice 45 degrees there. Two-hand punch gets him out really wide and basically ends the rep right there, because Ossai likes to win with a lot of explosiveness and speed, and really Walker just kind of shuts it down from the beginning with a really good strike, again, driving him off the angle and the arc that he wanted to take in a short path to the quarterback. So a really nice rep there. Another one against Ossai. He's going for the two-hand again. A chop there, a swipe. Ossai throws a lot of counters Walker's way. Loses a little bit of leverage like you see there, but he's able to recover long enough and get some help from a teammate there to keep the play alive and keep Clifford clean enough there to make a nice throw. Right here, Walker again. This is unfortunately just a little quote-unquote pass on this jet motion, but really like these quicks and this linear explosiveness from Walker to reach block. Really nice. He'd be sealing the kind of the backside of this run. That would be really nice. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the play materials like that because it was a little bit of deception thrown their way, but love the quicks and the flashes of being a good run blocker in some zone stuff like that. Walker here, look how quick the set is. You know, Clifford's got the ball. We're barely out of our stances across the board here for Cincinnati. That's just a really nice quick set, really nice balance, good body positioning. Throws the two-hand punch at first-round pick Myles Murphy. Nice job, good extension here with the right arm. And again, similar to what we talked about with Ossai in that first rep, just kind of drove him way outside, way out wide, and around the arc, and he was never going to get there to pressure Clifford. Another one against Murphy here. You see this a little bit, and I think it's something to watch. There's a little bit of oversetting here. Obviously, Newman definitely has his eyes on to kind of combat this a little bit, but I do think the oversetting could be an issue. Throws the two-hand there. Loses a little bit of leverage there. Has to re-anchor. Does a nice job of that. Good positioning to re-anchor. And again, really closes that off with some nice grip strength and power. Just kind of make sure that Murphy does not have an angle to the quarterback. This time, we're a little late out of the stance on a run play. Needed to reach block and get around this defensive tackle. Didn't happen. Leads to a TFL. It's just an area where he's got to get better. Okay, so we see this right here. Feet cross. We do not want this to happen. Now, Murphy's in a wide alignment, so often what happens is you get guys who are going to threaten the edge in these wide alignments. Murphy's not really the type usually for that, but Walker knows he needs to be out there, but we don't want this to happen. We do not want the feet crossing. That leads to some serious issues, especially when guys love the inside move off of this wide alignment. But again, with Murphy, it's not as big of a threat, but he gets into a good vertical set here. Walker does, and is able to get in tight, good positioning with his hands. Good knee bend here. Positioning's not bad. And then good extension to kind of lock this out. Again, way far away from Clifford. A really nice rep in pass pro there. Once again, 45 degrees. Again, I'd love the hands to be, not down super far. You'll see this in a couple more reps where Murphy gets to the long arm here and he tries to threaten with some power, and it does kind of get him out of position. We don't really want to be, completely facing upfield. This kind of drops out, so we lose positioning there. Obviously, he gets help from Newman, but when you're out on an island as a left tackle, you definitely don't want to be in the position that Walker is in right here. This is not a good spot to be. This can lead to some pressures, some sacks in some key spots. Again, got to work on a little bit of positioning, and I think that comes with the wide sets, trying to get out there to prevent the arc being one, and you lead to some oversets, and that's sometimes what's going to happen. Another quick set here, really nice, quick footwork. But again, hands are low, not initiating. Would love to see the initial strike be his more often, but we get good extension here. But it's a nice two-hand swipe from Murphy. Luckily, he's really wide, so it really wasn't, some sort of initial loss there. But Murphy does get a hit on Clifford here. That's not really good. Don't want to see Walker lose the rep like that. But that two-hand punch, sometimes that gets him into a little bit of trouble. Good kick slide here. Again, another strong rep getting into his set. This time he gives up a little bit of ground due to some power, but good job anchoring here, maintaining some good leverage, and keeping at least his guy away from Clifford on this rep. So that was another good rep against Murphy. I would say he pretty much won the matchup against Murphy, other than that one you saw there near the end zone. Doesn't look, out of place at right tackle, and I think you see that here against this guy. Wicked two-hand punch there, and almost snatches him. Nearly snatched after that two-hand punch. That would have been a really sick finish to that rep there. So again, he looks comfortable at right tackle, which is really nice. One more against Murphy here. Again, two-hand punch, but this one I think is partially, obviously, on Walker, but also a little bit on Newman as well. Got to be able to communicate when stunts are coming. Doesn't really do so. Newman really didn't pass him off. So Walker doesn't know anything's coming. He's obviously out of position here, and Murphy gets, a clean potential look at Clifford there. Something that definitely needs work, at least between those two. That communication was clearly not up to snuff. Here, at least on the combo block, is going to help spring a big run for Emmanuel Wilson, at least. Completely drives the defensive tackle out of the play. And what it really did is it gave Wilson a one-on-one with a DB, and it was a great move by Wilson, and he took that to the house. So a job well done there, really adding some power and some nastiness in the run game. Here, nice job kind of, this is something that is fun to work on here. Kind of use that arm to extend a little bit and kind of help your guy out there. Get to the second level with ease. He gets to that landmark. How about a little finishing ability there to sit him down? Matt Judon. You don't get to see these kind of reps very often where you get a guy like Walker, a little more inexperienced against a really experienced and talented pass rusher in Judon. Love the position we're in here. Actually, not quite the two-hand strike. He kind of got him with the left arm first, but good extension, good positioning that we're in. Once again, gets guys really wide and way away from his quarterback, loses a little bit of balance there, but does a good job, staying connected with his hands in terms of leverage, and his feet kind of catch up to secure that rep. Pretty good job there against one of the better pass rushers in the league. Here, again, this is the overset type of thing that you kind of see a little bit. He's getting too deep with this set. He's kind of almost backpedaling a little bit and loses to that inside move just a little bit. Recovers long enough where, it was tough to squeeze through a gap, so Love could make an otherworldly throw. But this is the danger, right, of the overset or kind of just almost backpedaling a little bit too much. Very strange footwork there, but luckily didn't affect the play. Here against Dietrich Wise, long arm. Look at where Walker's arms and hands are. They're low. I know, and being patient is good when you have really quick strikes and varied strikes. Walker gets to that two-hand a lot, so it was a good job by Wise here, kind of drive him backwards with the long arm. Luckily, it was a quick pass for Love. Didn't really affect the play, but, that two-hand punch is going to get him into trouble sometimes. Once again, we're in good extension, though. Good footwork to keep driving him along the arc here, and balance lost for the defensive end leads to taking a little bit of advantage there for Walker. Good rep against, I believe that's Anthony Jennings. So this one, little combo block, we'll go back just a hair. Combo block on 96. We can tell Walker's looking for a second level guy to hit here on this run play. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be 24 or not, but he goes for 29 and obviously gets him and completely takes him out of the play. I'm just wondering if those who out there know if he's supposed to get 24 here or leave him one-on-one with Patrick Taylor. Obviously, 24 took the bad angle unless he's supposed to have that gap, but it works out. You know, a nice little second level block, take a guy out of a play. Here, again, it's the run game. Got to reach around this defender. You know, do what you can, right? Get in the way. There are plenty of reps of guys doing this. You shouldn't make it a habit, but, you know, just find a way to make it happen, I guess. That was not too shabby there. Anthony Jennings on this rep again. Hands are low and we're getting in. I just would have liked to see the hands get in a little bit tighter for the contact phase rather than out wide. And a little bit upright. Jennings stays lower than Walker does here. And again, would love to see just working low to high from Walker rather kind of standing up, because I think he'd get some more drive and some more power out of the run game from him if he would just not stand up a little too upright there. That's what happens. Gap gets closed for the running back. Minimal gain, if any. A little feigned double hand punch there, but still goes to it. Again, the hands are a little bit wide. We're around the shoulder pads, basically. So not the best in terms of landing that good strike in the contact phase, but good extension. Kind of holding a little bit, but grabbing on. And again, keeping him wide, kept the pocket clean. That's all you can ask for. Another one here where I think you see him lose a little bit, and I think he kind of dips a little bit there. And we see that foot, if you see it. You see him kind of drop out of this. Once he drops out, that foot is right here. This is giving up a path to the QB. And I appreciate the fight. I appreciate the grip strength, but the hands, again, are too wide. And we nearly get Clifford hit there. And you could probably chalk that up to a hurry. All right. Last one for you guys. Another two-hand punch. A little high, but it works. Keep him off. Reset the hands. Goes for a little chop here, swipe. But snatch him and put him on the ground. A nice finishing rep there for Rasheed Walker. So what have we seen for Rasheed Walker right now in film? I think there's some good things. I think you see quick feet. I think you see good balance. I think you see the ability to anchor. You know, I think the power profile is there. We just need to unlock it a little bit more. But he does a great job fighting and trying to reset the hands and doing everything he can, anchor, whatever it may be, to keep rushers from the quarterback. So I like what I see in pass protection for the most part. I think versatility is clearly there. Left tackle, right tackle, I think he can play both. But there are still flaws, definitely. And I think you see him overset. I think you see the positioning get a little bit out of whack. You saw it a little bit with one of the inside moves and around the arc. Need to unlock more power in the run game. Would love the flashes of the quicks in the run game to be more consistent. And would love to get away from just the two-hand punch. Try to vary the strikes up a little bit. I think that's something he can definitely work on. But overall, I'm very pleased with how Rasheed Walker's development is coming along. He's clearly passed Josh Nijman on the depth chart. So, you know, I think right now Walker is somebody who I think you could potentially rely on to come in and just, you know, play a solid game in relief of somebody who's injured right now. I don't think he should be a starter, but I think right now you're looking at a pretty solid third or fourth tackle on your team. So hope you guys enjoyed this video on Rasheed Walker. If you did, throw a like down there. Subscribe if you're new. Plenty more content on the way soon. Hope you guys are excited for that. I will get out of here. And, I will see you guys in the next video. Farewell.